Hey, what is happening, everybody? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you. And I just got back from doing a little bit of Christmas shopping. So, of course, I stopped by the mall and the Finish Line and saw what they had in stock. They didn't have too many adult pairs. They still have a really decent selection for grade school pairs. Sometimes I go in there and just wish I could shrink my feet for a little bit, you know, and grab some of the kicks that are just sitting there. It's always nice to find heat for retail, and I actually picked up a pair. I think this would be an ideal pair to give as a Christmas gift for any kids in your family that might be into sneakers, or even like my wife would be able to wear this pair. So I grabbed the size that my daughters or my wife could wear if they want them. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's look at these Jordan 1 lows. Alright, so I am filming this on the day that the Bordeaux's dropped. I've already had a couple of reviews, both just an in-hand look with my wife and then an on-foot look. I grabbed the Bordeaux's for her because I knew she loved the color. She's commented before on my PSG 4s just how much she likes that color. She really hasn't had many pairs of high tops, and I thought this Bordeaux Jordan 1 would be a good option for her. I tried to get them in my size and struck out everywhere. I got a buddy that hit for 2 pairs of them, one on sneakers, one on the Finish Line app, but I didn't hit anywhere. None of my local stores had them, so that's just the name of the game. Sometimes you come up big, sometimes you strike out on pairs that you want. But I'll be watching those to see what resale does. Anyway, this isn't about the Bordeaux's. Check out my reviews on them if you want to see a close-up look. This is a pair of Jordan 1 lows, and it's a GS pair. If they had my size, I would grab these bad boys up. This is one of the most classic colorways and just such iconic color blocking that you can get on a Jordan 1 silhouette. So if I was able to find these, I would definitely scoop them up. But standard box, GR box, gold Jumpman, black box. The tag reads Air Jordan 1 Low GS. This is a size 6.5, which is the same as a men's size 6.5. And the retail price was $75. The colors are gym red, white, and black. And then, man, these look so nice. And immediately, these remind me a little bit of my 75th anniversary of the NBA Chicago dunk lows that I just picked up. You know, they're not exact, but just the same colors and everything. And of course, materials on this are on par with your standard GR Jordan 1 release. But these things are clean. Really, really clean. There's not a whole lot of glue. There's not any wonky, misshapen toe boxes or anything. I just think if I was a kid, I would love rocking this pair of shoes. And maybe I'm taking for granted the fact that, you know, my kids and kids today weren't around back in the 80s and early 90s when Jordan was doing his thing. But when I saw these in the store, I just immediately said, do you have adult sizes of these? Because this is a pair that is affordable at $75. I'm guessing an adult pair would probably be about $100. But as far as the style goes, it doesn't get much better than this, in my opinion. I would wear these as a beater and just run them into the ground if I had a pair in my size. A lot like I do with mids. But there's nothing really out of the ordinary or unusual with this pair. It's got your standard Jordan 1 outsole in that nice gym red color, and it just looks nice and clean. You can see that Nike branding there in the midfoot, and of course these pivot points here underneath the forefoot. I love the way all those stars look in the front, nice and sharp. And it just looks great in that gym red color. And then the midsole is bright white, and it's got bright white stitching. going all the way around. Looks nice and clean. And then coming up from that bright white midsole, we come to a black smooth leather mudguard. And of course, this isn't buttery. It's some sort of synthetic mixture of leather and whatever else they use. But it looks really, really good, and it'll hold up for a long time. It'll be easy to clean because it's so smooth. And I just really, really like it. I like that the edge on this is more natural looking, as opposed to giving us that rolled over edge that we've been getting on a lot of the GRs. It just looks really, really nice. But you have that black smooth leather on the mudguard, and then going up the eye stays, and then on the swoosh. And we've got black stitching on all those black panels. For the toe box, we've got a nice gym red color, and that is a smooth red leather, and it's got all those classic perforations, and the quality of that is the same as the quality of the black leather. It's nothing to write home about, but again, it'll be easy to keep clean, and it'll hold up for a long time. It looks great. But you've got that red leather here on the toe box, and then up around the collar, and then here on the back of the shoe, and all that has red stitching that matches. But then we've also got this white wings logo, and I think that looks really, really clean on the back of that shoe. I really like the way that looks. But then we've got a white leather on the side panels, and again, it's the same quality, but you've got that on both sides, and on those areas we have white stitching to match it, and it looks good and clean. And then on the tongue, it's just a black nylon tongue. It actually feels a little bit more padded than what Jordan 1s, Jordan 1 mids, and Jordan 1 lows typically do. I'm not sure if that's just me being crazy, but it feels nice. It feels like it's got some extra cushioning in there. But we got that nice black color, and it's got black piping going around it. You can see the white Jumpman popping off of there. And the little lace loop on the tongue has the number 23 on it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I like that detail. And then they also gave us some flat black laces in these shoes, and I think that looks good. But all around, I just think it's a great looking pair of shoes, and I really wish that I would be able to pick up a pair in my size for retail, because this is a shoe I would just throw on feet. I love Chicago colorways. You know, this BRED toe is about as classic as you can get as far as iconic retro colorways, and I just think these came together great. It doesn't get much better than this in my book. And one other thing I didn't mention, it's got a black sock liner, and I love that because it won't get stained from your jeans or dirt or anything. And that's just another thing about the shoe that'll help them stay looking new for longer. But that's about it for the kicks. I hope y'all are doing well, and I'll catch you on the next one. Mr. Butter, out.